Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Trailblazers in this one.
Ready to go?
Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm here today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Atlanta. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Williams is out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Davis at the power forward position.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
Williams with the steal. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense. That's costly.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
Now here is Davis. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Westbrook kicks to Davis. Feeds to Gobert. Evans dishes to Davis. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Wesley Johnson picks one up.
Tell you what, man, it looks as though the light is officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. J.J. Redick. Well, going back to Ed Davis, his rebounds and field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside. And, Greg, the skill set to convert scoring opportunities as well.
And Kevin, you can see his confidence growing. He just needs to keep at it to reach his full potential.
Now here's Johnson. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Davis kicks to Williams.
Assist from.
That's in there. Davis with the assist. Williams has got his second bucket of the night. And there's the pass to Gobert. It's tipped. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Westbrook. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
To end the run, Westbrook missing again. Johnson goes in. The lead pushed to double digits. Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
Well, it's about rhythm, and they put this run together on the strength of their mid-range jump shot. They might as well be layups with the way they're shooting.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Williams again. It's Westbrook. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
The three. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Johnson outside. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back. Jam! I mean, just beautiful. It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
Barnes passes to Gobert. And the wide-open shot from Redick. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Well, last season, the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank, too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta, and they were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hogs, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
Here's Westbrook. Nice move. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Wesley Johnson picks one up.
Shooting for Atlanta.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Barnes dishes to Capella. To the wing right side. Just 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And here's Dudley for 3.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
There's the bucket. Good.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Rivers kicks to Diaw. Takes a 3. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
What a 3 at the horn.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 6. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Hawks. They've got Austin Rivers. Boris Diaw is out there with Barnes. And it's Capella in the center position. Lopez, he's checked in for Costa Koufis. Reddick passes to Lopez. Rebounded by Capella.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Hawks passing it around. Here's Azania. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on a three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Diaw. Evans comes in for Matt Barnes. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Johnson goes in. Lopez a screen. Johnson's shot is off. Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot, and with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively. And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Westbrook with it. 10 points for him.
Yeah, you know, as you said, Portland challenged every shot last season. They were a top 10 team in limiting opponents' shooting percentage. They were also best in the league in limiting three-pointers.
Puts up the baby hook. Johnson with the block. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Johnson's got the ball. The feed now to Boozer. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
There are a lot of different approaches on defense. Portland challenged shots and didn't make risky plays. They were last in turnovers forced last year, but overall, they had a strong defense.
Hawks making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Barnes. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game. I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
The dish to Gobert. Kicks to Evans. A three-pointer off the mark. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That's his first foul. It's Williams with the drive. Passes it to Lopez. Puts up the baby hook. And it's in off the backboard. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year. And that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And finished off by Davis.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Wesley Johnson.
Atlanta calls timeout.
You know, for Carlos Boozer, last year was a bit peculiar. I mean, after being a key player for several playoff teams throughout his career, he landed on the Lakers where the playoffs were nowhere in sight. Tough environment for a veteran to succeed in.
And getting back to Boozer, last year he was claimed off amnesty waivers by the Lakers. Now, Los Angeles paid $3.25 million of his salary, while the Bulls paid the remaining $13.5 million of his salary.
And getting away from the contract, you know, he actually had a decent year. Shot over 50% from the field, strong rebounds per minute average. I mean, he's a professional. He went in and did his job.
Outside Williams. Davis against Gobert. It's stolen by Gobert. Williams against Barnes. Davis dishes to Evans. And he dunks it down.
Hey, guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
And stolen by Barnes. On up the court. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Evans. Now it's a 6-point Hawks lead. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Atlanta?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Here's Barnes. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Wesley Johnson picks one up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Capella's checked in, and Boris Diaw is sub for Davis. And Portland with a change here, too. Jared Dudley's checked in for Wesley Johnson. And that one's good by Davis.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
By himself. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Evans attacking. Diaw with a wide open look. Redick with the rebound.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Hey, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
It's Davis on the wing. He gets it up and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first... And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. He has 20 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 three-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked him down.
On the floor for Portland, J.J. Redick is up there with Williams. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Johnson. And it's Davis in the four-man position. And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator. He's an agitator. and he's a team player, I think, at the core. Everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe him.
Here's Johnson. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Make it two hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that jump.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
That was your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
For Matt Barnes, I really felt last season was one of his best. He was the Tony Allen-type defensive guy for Doc Rivers' team. Did all the little things, and he was efficient. Near his career high for three-point percentage and a career low in turnovers.
And I know if I were starting a club, Matt Barnes is the type of guy I would immediately look for. He's that tricky enforcer who has just enough skill to hurt you with his game. So him, in my book, equals winner.
Westbrook. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And the wide-open shot from Evans. Off target from outside.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Johnson outside. Pass to Davis. Pass to Lopez. Redick for 3. That's good. And it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And they get it. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
And Atlanta has possession. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And it's sent back by Lopez. And again, Portland running the court in transition. Trailblazers keep it alive. And it's Davis with the jam.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go for it.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Dudley comes in for Johnson, and it's Williams in for Devin Harris. Kicks it out to Evans. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Westbrook. That's in there. Davis with the assist. 22 points for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
The Hawks trailed by 10. To the right side. Outside for Davis. Dishes it to Gobert. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
Davis down low. He's guarded by Davis.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
In a moment here, take a look at some of the hustle stats for Portland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And here's Barnes for 3.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you. And you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
Davis. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Williams kicks to Dudley. He dishes it to Davis. Rebound by the Hawks. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Barnes passes to Davis. It's Westbrook with the drive. And that one is stuffed right through.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record.
The Trailblazers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so. He's certainly been hitting well from the line, and those points do add up.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Trailblazers lead by 8. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Harrison Barnes is out there with Davis. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Tyreek Evans. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hawks 5. Westbrook kicks to Gobert. Davis dishes to Gobert. Tries again. Westbrook against Williams. Davis kicks to Westbrook. This one for 3. And it's Evans missing.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Outside Williams. Redick for 3. Cannot hit. And Atlanta will come the other way. Westbrook kicks to Barnes. Fires for 3. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Westbrook drives in. That is good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Lopez, he's checked in for Portland. Redick passes to Johnson. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Westbrook, and he makes good on the layup. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
On the wing, Evans. He feeds it to Davis. And taken away by Johnson. And here they go. Gobert with the block. Evans outside. Lets it go from deep. The shot is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And the shot is good from Johnson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
Westbrook can't get it to go. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to Cleveland. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lopez right side. It's stolen by Gobert. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Davis. Johnson goes in. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
The Hawks trailed by 13. And here's Westbrook from the arc. No good. Nice D from Williams. Here is Dudley. He kicks it to Davis. Feeds it to Lopez. 6 to shoot. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Again, the Trailblazers score.
You know, back to Tyreke Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds. Really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnover.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Here's Lopez. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And talking about Tyreke Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career.
There's the pass to Davis. And here's Dudley for 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Portland.
You know, Clark, when you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Well, you said it all there, Kevin. They were lethal from behind the arc.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Anthony Davis. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it. This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Koufos. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
And here's Barnes for 3. Koufos grabs the miss. The feed now to Ingles. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Evans. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way